Exotic rock. In this case, let's say for oxides, they are the product of abduction or frosting. So other term pa na pwedeng associate dito is the terms earlier I discussed this with Jairo, amalgamation and accretion. So when we use the term amalgamation, you're dealing with oceanic terrains. So either one oceanic terrain. For accretion, on the other hand, you are dealing with oceanic terrains, pero dapat meron din continental terrains. So in the case of Philippines, it's quite complex. It's composed of both amalgamation and accretion. So sa accretion na part, you have the continental counterpart, which is the Palawan microcontinental shelf. The other parts, yung mga terrains, maybe your opulite and yung Philippine Mobile Belt na mismo. Number 4. This is a structural control for the volcanism along Bicol region or Southeast Luzon or okay, tama. Legazpi events. Where can we find si Kuyan si? Okay, Romblon. Romblon Indoor. Okay, number 5. JLC is an acronym for Asia. Number 6, also known as North Wall Fault. This manifested way back 2013. What type of fault? Reverse. Okay. Reverse fault. Spicy right now. Right now. 7. Number 7. Central Cordillera Diorite Complex. Okay, I included this because there are times na yung questions sa board exam include former names or vice versa. Okay, answer is agnobaphony. Na-disconnect? Okay, for those joining online, can you still see my screen and okay lang ba yung audio? Okay, all right. Now for question number 8. Malapit na tayo matapos. Number 8. It is an extensional structure or passive reef that marks the junction of various tectonic features. Anong sagot? Letter B, Macolod Corridor. So if you try to happen na ma-visit yung timeline ni Dr. Mahar Lagmay, meron siyang infographic about this. Mahar Lagmay. Siya yung sa UP Resilience Institute na head. NOAA. Number 9, which formation contains index fossil for Jurassic ammonites? Okay, Mansalay Formation. Number 10, this inactive basaltic volcanic island is the northernmost extent of the Sangihe Arc. It's located south of the Philippines. Okay, Balut. Balut Island. It's part of Sarangan. Okay, number 11. What is the largest intrusive unit in Central Cordillera? Okay, letter D, Central Cordillera Diorite Complex. Number 12. Okay. It's Lutopan Diorite. Late Cretaceous ang age.
But others argument that it might be a granite or granodiorite. Okay. Okay, this is the last question. 13. It says Z was suggested to zone between Philippine Mobile Belt and Sundaland. A collision happened on the Middle Miocene period. These are composed of blocks of ultramafic limestone and chert embedded within a clay matrix that bases the suture zone. What body of rock describes the lithology of the area? Okay. Ano yung sagot niyo? Okay, actually the correct answer is letter B. Optimal sweet. Because complete ang sequence niya kapag sweet. Kapag body, doon lang, like portions ng critical na sequence from layers 1 until layer 4. Okay, so as you can see, for the chert, limestone, they correspond to the sedimentary carapace of your ophiolite sequence. The ultramafics, yung kwan mo, layer 4. Ay, sorry. Kulang sa, hindi nakalagay dito yung mga kwan mo, mga diabase, basalts. So, sorry. I stand corrected. It should be ophiolitic body. Okay, ophiolitic body rather. Sweet kapag kompleto, kung nakalagay dito yung diabase, mga pilobasalts and others. Okay, ano po ang kaibahan ng trough trench? Okay, in terms of similarities, they are depressed features. Okay, trench, it's active. Trough, it's already old, ancient, it's already inactive. So, paano na-stop yung subduction? Might be through, meron kang rifting or extensional na process. Okay, questions? So actually, that ends my part 3 na session. Okay, so before I end, ganun lang, please click all of these references and magpo-provide na lang din ako ng supplemental na ebooks. So I believe nabigay ko na sa USEP previously during their Corel, but I'll be sharing it to other na reviews din from NORSU, CSU, and Mapua. Okay. So, guys, further tips, later na lang. Andito lang man din sa USEP, but we'll be arranging a special session for sample prep down to petrography para makagamit kayo ng microscope din, especially yung sa mga hindi naka-try pa. Okay, so we'll be just sending you an update about the schedule. Si Jex ang mag-point counting. Identify ng, sorry. Okay, yan lang guys. The future geologists. May question? Sige. May question pa daw. Okay. How often po ba ginagamit ang term na corridor? Typically, ang corridor, it's quite common if you are dealing with biodiversity. So example, here in Mindanao, you have the Eastern Mindanao Corridor, comprised of your Diwata Mountain Range, leading to some parts of Surigao. Now, in the context of geology, it's termed as corridor because you have series of structural features. In this case, yung kay Macolod Corridor, you have here, Manila Trench, another, the shear or the faults, another, Verde Passage Fault. So basically, you have different structural features that are almost aligned or parallel with each other. So yun lang yung, kumbaga, why corridor na term is used. But typically, it's used for, yun, biodiversity studies. For tectonics, it's not that common. Other questions? Okay. Sige. That concludes our session this evening. Thank you very much for those joining on site and for those joining online. Orthodox. Pasake.
Alright, so thank you so much, everyone. Please don't forget sa attendance form po natin. We'll snap it in a while. For the meantime, picture po muna tayo for photo documentation. Okay. Smile.